Hello, my name is Navigator, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the AEW Unmatched Series 11 Bryan Danielson figure. Now, of course, I've had a bunch of Bryan Danielson figures in the collection here, and actually, I might as well grab the one that I already have set up here and throw him in the back. But this is kind of my accessorized Bryan Danielson there. He's got his WWE belt, a bunch of soft goods from various figures, and that of course is going to be the Target exclusive best of pay-per-view Bryan Danielson from AEW Revolution. But today we're going to be taking a look, geez, I'm sorry, I'm tongue-tied today, at another version of Bryan Danielson. This is going to be the eye patch Bryan Danielson, as you can see there. If you guys know me, if a figure has jeans, some kind of smoking device, like a cigar or a cigarette, or an eye patch, I'm all over it. So I had to get this Bryan Danielson figure, and on top of that, the gear is really cool. So with that being said, let's quickly take a look at the box, and then unbox the figure. Here are some of the other guys in the wave. I do have Skye Blue. That review should be uploaded alongside this one, and I also have Will Ospreay. That review is already on the channel. Aside from Sting here, I'm kind of cooling on the rest of those. I already have a Jay White, but here we go. So let's unbox him and see what's going on. This should be a pretty quick review. Let's see if we can get this undone. Beautiful. We pull him right out. Awesome. And he's not tethered in there, so we can just pop all this out. And finally, we have Bryan Danielson with the braids in his hair. That's pretty much all he was wearing for like the last year of his career. And I'm glad that we finally have it in figure form. We had the ponytail, we had this, we had that, but finally we have the braids. And oh man, this figure is already looking super, super cool. All right, so let's let that down there. Number one, we do have this head sculpt here, the extra head sculpt. This is the one where he actually has an eye patch. There's kind of a different version of an eye patch we'll look at in a second. This is really good, though. The face fits very well. The beard looks great. But look at the braided hair. That's what I'm talking about there. That's what we needed for Bryan Danielson, was that braided hair, and that looks phenomenal. The eye patch wraps around to the back. He does come with fisted hands, but he also kind of has like the yes or walking out kind of with his hands, open hands. And those are pretty cool too. Of course, the same skin tone. And then finally here we have the figure. And the gear was honestly a huge draw for this figure. So number one, the feet are a little bit smaller than I feel like we've seen before, but still, it's pretty cool. You got the Bryan Danielson kind of anarchy symbol there, along with these bloody chains that are kind of wrapped around the front of the kick pads there and moving on to the knee pads. What is really cool though, is in the back of the knee pads, there's some silver, and that kind of goes in line with the chains there. Makes it look very fitting, but I love that gear. That gear is so cool. Same thing here, the bloody chains on the trunks, and then on the back, you still have that Bryan Danielson kind of anarchy logo. And then the torso there, just a Bryan Danielson torso. He's got white wrist tape, the fisted hands, like I said. And then here's the other eye patch head sculpt, kind of a screaming expression where he has the more in-depth eye patch. I bet it's a thing where it's like, this is one that you would wear when you're not in an athletic sport, and this is kind of an eye patch for an athletic sport, although I'm no eye patch connoisseur, so I'm not really too sure, but again, those braids are represented there, and I think it's the same thing. Yeah, same braid style for the back, nothing messy or like undone, nothing like that. But overall, this really is an awesome figure, and I cannot wait to throw all that on him, swap the heads around, we'll see what we're doing. But overall, this is a really, really cool figure, a great upgrade for your current AEW Bryan Danielson. Of course, you can swap the parts back and forth. That is all, folks. This again was a review of the AEW Unmatched Series 11 Bryan Danielson. As always, my name is Navigator. Have a nice day. Take care.